Hi guys, and happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, June 4th, and it is barely June 4th. It's like after midnight here, and I can't sleep, so I thought might as well get some cards done. Now, what we're going to show you today, let me go ahead and grab my catalog, is a suite from the new catalog. It starts on page 109. That's a Hues of Happiness. So what it includes is the stamp set, the dies, and this fabulous paper here. And also the glossy dots. Look how pretty those are. Okay, so 109 is your bundle and the designer paper, and then your glossy dots are shown over here. So what I'm going to do is let me show you the finished project first. So you all know I love Karen Titus and her website and her little group. And so she was showing stack, slice, switch cards. Okay, so this is the theme of it. So, and I'll show you how we're going to cut this. But then I had taken it one step further because I actually used the dies from this bundle to make it look stitched, because at the very end of her video she was showing how she drew in the stitches, and I thought, wait, we have a die that can do that. So here's the Happiness Abounds, which is part of that set, and see, you have two dies in here. You have this one that makes like that notebook look, and then you have this, which I think works fabulously as dies. In fact, let me go ahead and roll over this to get out some of those papers. All right, I'm not going to get them all out, but we'll figure that out later. Okay, so we're going to be using a little bit of everything. So this is the examples for this session. Now, I'm not going to cut out every single one of these. I'll put two that are standard like this, and then of course one that we'll do the stitching on. But this is everything is from that same bundle, that same suite. Okay, so we have 3 basic white card bases. So of course these are 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we have 3 of those. We're going to take our paper, and I think this time I'm going to use this. I think that's what I used on the last ones. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm going to use these anyway. This is what I'm using. Let me show you that, that Hues of Happiness sampler. So there's Hues of Happiness. Those are all the colors that are in it. So there's your one side, and then there's your other side. All right. So what I'm going to do is, and the great thing about our cutter is with the DSP, you can cut through 3 layers of the DSP. Now, out of cardstock is much thicker, so you're not going to get it there. So it has to be the DSP. All right, remember that. And I'm going to cut this down because I think these aren't big enough. So what you're going to do here is we're going to make this the 3rd layer down from a card base, which means we're going a 1/2 inch smaller than your normal card base, which means we're going to do this at 3 3/4. Make sure it's all lined up. All right, so 3 3/4, because that's a 1/2 inch down from that 4 1/4. And then this is going to be 5. All right, so there's your 3 3/4 by 5. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of put it at a little bit of an angle here, depending on how big or small you want it. Now, I don't try to go right in the middle. I'll try to go down, and here's the middle, so I'm going to go either a little up or a little down from that. So this time, let's go a little bit up from that. No, I'm going to go like that. All right, we're going to cut that through. We're going to put that here, and then we're going to decide, am I going to cut this one? And I think I will. And do we want it, let's do it like this time. So you're just cutting angles. So there you are. So there are your 3 card base, your 3 sets of your card. So this one we're going to leave this way. This one we're going to go down 1, and this one we're going to go up 1. So see, now you have all 3 of those as your single patterns. And then we're going to pick from our layers here they have off to the side. We're going to pick colors that kind of mesh with that. So this, I'm going to say, is either we're going to use the green. Looks like that is, let me grab it out so we get the right thing. So they say that that's probably Mossy Meadow, because it's definitely not, well, maybe it's Granny Apple Green. But I like the purple, which is your Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to pull out a Gorgeous Grape layer. This, I think I want to stick with the Melon Mambo. All right, and for this one, I'm going to go to Night of Navy. So we're using all of those colors here. Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, Night of Navy. So let me grab out my neutral stacks and grab that Night of Navy. All right, so I'm only going to do the stitches on one of these because I don't want to keep you here forever. But so what we're going to do here is we're going to do, let me get out to my, you know what, let's use the multi-purpose glue. You can use your Stampin' Seal, but I think I'm going to use the multi-purpose glue just so I have a little more wiggle room. All right, start in a corner first. So let's put a little bit on that. You don't want to get too close to the edge because it will kind of smush out when you do it. So let's go ahead. Oh, see, and look, I already have it all over my fingers. Let's go ahead and do a layer there. And then let's go ahead and see, if you don't do it all the way to the edge, then you're also less likely to get glue on your fingers. All right, so let's go ahead and line that one up. And then we have this one. All right. And you may want to decide, like you may have wanted this one to go with your Melon Mambo because it's the biggest piece. I kind of like going with the one that's over here just because it seems to be the less surface area. So we're getting a little bit low there. All right, let's get it out of here. Oh, I want to do that corner first. Let me go ahead and do that. Might be time for a new glue. Let me use this one. There we go. So I want to get that corner down first. Make sure that lines up. Oh, I know. I'm off the page. Sorry. Let me pull this up, see what. So I'm trying to get that edge there. Now this one's ready to go in like that. And then this one's ready for the top. All right, and this one, let's see if I can pull it up a little bit. I got a little bit too far over there. That's what's good about this multi-purpose glue. It gives you a chance to rearrange it. There, now I have a little bit more of an edge. All right, so there's 2 down. Now on this one, we're actually going to go ahead and do those stitches. So I think I'll be able to use the mini. All right, let me see. Yeah. All right, so let me go ahead and grab out this. Now, if you're worried about it moving, put down a little piece of washi tape or whatever. So what I'm going to do is, and you have to watch where this edge is, because see, I don't know if you can see on this, but this is going to cut off, and this will not. So what I like to do is I'm actually going to put this on upside down. So here's this, and I'm going to line up that edge right on the inside of that. So it's not going to cut it, but it's going to, see, I have a little bit of glue on my fingers. All right, so going right up to that edge. And of course you can use tape if you want to, and it helps if you don't have glue on your hands. All right, let's go ahead, put that down. Hopefully this will go through since I have it, the plates really lined up on that. Sometimes you have to have them a little off. All right, so there's that. And see, I did go off a little bit, not a big deal. I'm not going to do this short side. So let's go ahead here. And if you don't want to be offline, just use a little bit, like I said, of washi tape or Post-it note. I'm not too worried about, oops, let's not go that crooked in. I'm not too worried about it being a little off. All right. So there you have that. Now we're going to do this big side. Oh, this might be a little tricky, because this is going to be bigger than that. Let's see. I can get it like that. All right. I don't think that's going to crinkle the cardstock too much. And I know I'm a little off side here, but all right, so I did that, but I didn't do the sides. But you can see how great that looks. So let's put that there. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Make sure you have it against that edge there. And I'm not going to do the third one. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want this video to be too terribly long. But then again, they always seem to hit that 20-minute mark, no matter what my best intentions are. All right, so then you see how those all they just fall out. And if you have one left, it probably doesn't need much to pull it out. Let's go ahead here, right inside that line, because if that line is on the inside, it's going to cut your shape out. So just remember that. All right. Oh, and see, I was way off there, but not worried about it. Not worried about it. I'm trying to let things go a little bit. I was very upset earlier because I ordered stuff from the new July to December on Wednesday, 5 a.m. And it said it was going to ship in 1 to 2 days. Still hadn't shipped by today, which is the 3rd business day. So I called Stampin' Up! And of course they profusely apologized, but they said that the shipping was 1 to 4 days. I said, well, the website said 1 to 2 days, and again they apologized. So I'm hoping, because now it's not going to ship out till Monday, and depending on if they send it Sure Post, I won't get it before next weekend to show you some of the new items. But you know what? I have so many from the new annual catalog that I haven't used yet that I'm not going to stress about it. I'm very upset, but, you know, I did my little thing on Facebook stating, you know, disappointed again, and I'm over it. Because there are so many fabulous things to look at. I mean, I haven't even touched the surface of some of these bundles yet because I did all the standalone dies first, and then I did the punches. So it is what it is. No big deal. There's a lot of more serious things out in the world now that we need to worry about. And I'm not worried about shipping time. Ooh, did you see that? I about did it wrong. Woo-hoo-hoo. And I said I was only going to do 2 of the sides, or 2 of the shapes, and look, I'm doing all of them. Oh, I don't think I'm going to, because look at that. It's going to be very hard to, I'm not going to do that side. I'm afraid of that paper getting caught. See how that point? That one's going to be okay. But I'm not going to do that one last little side because I don't want to take the chance of it crinkling my paper, ripping my paper. This is just a little too big. I could pull out the bigger one, but I'm not going to. So there'll just be one that's not done on the side there. Not that big of a deal. Let's put this away for now. But we'll be using it again in a little bit. Oh, another thing. I'm going to make a lot of scritchies, just so you know. Okay. Anyway, so let's do this last one. So this goes down this way. Glue on my fingers. All right, so let's get that little bit of an edge there. Oh, I think, see, I went through a crooked. So we're not going to have an even edge. Not a big deal. No worries. And this one goes there. There we go. So there's all of those. Let's go ahead and I'm going to pull this out. Oh, that's the end of that one. Look at that. Red means it's empty. Let me grab another one here. All right. So there we have, oh, see, looking. I'm going to do them opposite sides. How about that? So there's that one. So I have that one at the big top bottom. Now I'm going to do this one at the top. See, I don't. No big deal, Roxy. And let's do the last one. Oh, I guess I should double check to see how they open. All right, so here's those three. And then I have some basic white here. I'm going to use this flower from there. Let me first put this in here so we don't lose it. We're going to do the flower in Highland Heather. Yes, oh no, this is Fresh Freesia. Sorry, Highland Heather. Fresh Freesia. Again, on our color chart. Example chart. So let's do 3 of those. I should have had my piercing mat underneath there, but looks like it's stamped okay anyway. All right. Going to do, this is Pale Papaya Light. And what I like about this is that, you know, I'm not a big colorer. So I'm just doing circles near the edge here. And then just circles to fill in the insides. Yes, I know, you're probably all cringing. Like, why is she coloring like that? Remember, it is what you want it to be. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm giving it the artsy look. I'm leaving some white show through. And then I think I'm going to go grab the Fresh Freesia Light. Just do a little bit of that circle. Oh, that's way dark. Let's let it set in for a second. Let me grab this, put it back. And I am going to go ahead and take, oh, I just knocked the lid off that. I'm going to go ahead and take my color lifter. And we'll take away some of that fresh freesia. Let it sit for a second, because the longer it sits, the more it removes. I just want it to be a little bit lighter. I am going to put jewels over it anyway, so let me put that color lifter back over here. Let's bring out this. I am going to, where's my snips? I am going to cut around it a little bit so it'll fit in okay. All right, there we go. All right, so now we need to grab, where's my baby plates? Here we go. Here's my baby plates. Let me get some of those scritches off there. All right, there's scritches on there. I'll get some packaging tape later and that'll help take care of them. So let's go ahead and put that down. For this, it's really easy to line up because you have this little, these two divots here and here. So that would be your divots here and here. Oops, wrong way. There's that divot. You just have to keep moving it till it gets... That's not it. Do I have this wrong? Let me see. Do I have the... Oh, that's the big divot. There it is. No. Oh my gosh, guys. It was so much easier earlier. I did it right away. Oh, there it is. My goodness. All right, so there's that. Run it through. There you go. Let's get the next one. There's that big divot, which is right there. Wrong again, Roxy. Why is this happening to me? There's a divot. That's not it. There it is. All right, I'm going to have to put like one of those little arrows like I did before. Just because I'm being silly. I think it's because the first one I did them all, stamped them all in the same direction. So maybe it was easier to see. I don't know. All right. Let's see if we can get this last one right. Oh my gosh. This is hilarious because that's the biggest divot right there. So you figured that would be where it goes. Nope, it's right there. Oh my goodness. You wouldn't believe it though. When I made those examples just a few minutes ago, I hit it right the first time through. So, what is it? It's like that. Who was it? Was it Cindy Brady, where she was fine in the game show, but the minute the camera came on, she was frozen. She just was like staring. All right, did I just age myself? I'm talking about the Brady Bunch. Okay, here we go. Let's put this back in here. Let's go ahead, get this out of the way. Throw this basic white away. I think I've been saying basic white the whole time, right? I didn't say the WW word, did I? Alright, so here's these. We're going to put an inside in there. I am going to do, last time I did the yellow. What do I want to do this time? I think I want to do the purple this time. Yes, I know. I'm using my nail and not my take your pick tool. Being a little bit lazy. Alright, and then got some little dimensionals. These are from an old paper pumpkin kit. I mean, I'm talking old. I found a box on my shelf and there was stuff in it. And I'm like, what's going on? It was a paper pumpkin that I never did. I put the box on my shelf because I like using the boxes. Like when people come to do classes, I'll let them have a paper pumpkin box to take their stuff home in, the cards they make. So it's kind of nice to have them around. So I have a bunch of them that were flattened and some that weren't flattened. And I guess the reason they weren't flattened is because they still had stuff in them. Probably why for the first time in 6 years I'm not subscribing to Paper Pumpkin, because look, I don't get them done. Alright, so we're just peeling these off. I know, it's a little mess, but I'll get to it later. Alright, and let's go ahead and put that one there. Yes, and you can use your take your pick tool, but I very rarely have nails that actually work. So I like using them when I can. Alright. Go off that side. Oh, that's probably the one that was stuck to my nail. That's why the paper's already off. Alright, here's the last one. This is the one with the stitches. So see how nice that looks? And I don't have that one tied down, so guess what? I'm going to go over on the side of that. So you could put your saying here if you want to. I left enough room that you could put it there if you want to. Lots of great sayings in this with those mismatched fonts. So you could put it across, down the bottom, or just put it in the inside, whatever you like. Alright guys, well sorry this one was so long. It was going to be a quick one. Let me go ahead and get those out of the way before Mr. Finn finds them. Alright, so here's the ones we just did. Here's the ones I did earlier when I was practicing. And these stitches I didn't do as great on because I did brought the three in, cut them all at once. I wouldn't suggest doing that. It works, but they get a little off kilter. And then here's the ones I did after Karen Titus showed us the stack slice switch, which is how you cut them out. And like I said, I just add the stitching after the fact. Alright guys, have a great Saturday. I think I might go to bed. Alright, take care, be safe, and we'll see you again soon.